Hello and Happy New Year, Sagittarius. This is your general tarot reading for January 2020. I hope your festive season is going well. Sag, you go into this period with the King of Wands energy. So perhaps many of you are starting a new business or starting a new approach to something. The King of Wands is usually quite a charismatic, creative leader kind of a person. So perhaps there's been some kind of a promotion there. And this person doesn't carry much baggage. He gets out there and likes to experiment, likes to travel. Very compatible with your energy, Sagittarius. Some people say that the King of Wands is a Sagittarius, so he represents fire signs. But basically, you're feeling very empowered at the moment. It's just perhaps you're even looking at hiring someone, like some kind of an apprentice, or taking on a protege, something like that. For some of you, you'll be teaching somebody about something. Others of you, yes, you're going into some kind of a business for yourself, perhaps some kind of a consultancy where there's a creative slant to something. So you've got a great idea and it's time to put it into practice. And you might even be like setting up your own shop or your own website, something like that. And you're feeling very positive about the way forward from here. So what a great way to start your year, especially if this has been like a New Year's resolution for you. Great. Okay. In your challenge position, the task position, you have the Hermit card. So the Hermit talks about looking within yourself and finding what really makes you tick. And if there's been like a role you've had in something and that you weren't really satisfied with yourself, the way you handled things, this is a great card for dropping the ego, holding that torch into yourself with the benefit of hindsight and the benefit of the wisdom that you've reached, and working out a way forward from that now that you've learned something about yourself. Now you can accept what you've done as, yes, I was right and I did the right thing, or you can accept what you've done and say, well, I need to change that now. But this is also the card of a teacher. And remember before I talked about maybe hiring an apprentice or taking on some kind of a protege or someone like that. This is in your challenge. Perhaps find the right student to teach things the way you want them done, something like that. But definitely with the Hermit card, a card of introspection and really knowing what you want, and a card of study also. Now, in your hopes and fears position, you have the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands talks about the home and stability in the home. It can also talk about wheeling and dealing with home. So some of you may have put an offer on a house or a home. Sometimes this can be about renovations and doing some building. Sometimes it's a card of just rearranging the furniture and buying something nice to spruce it up a bit, even if you're just putting another lick of paint in the kitchen, something like that. This is a card of really hoping that whatever you're investing will be the right one. Some of you, I talked about paint before, you're really stressing out about the colour. The difference between a good colour and a bad colour is probably 3 or 4 days when you're doing it by yourself. And you don't really know what it's going to look like until it's done. And I think you'll be pretty happy with the results of whatever this is that you're doing in and around the home. Okay, and you're hoping that it'll blend with something. So you're doing this to blend in with something else. That'll mean something to someone. Either way, a lovely card for stability, longevity in the home environment. Okay. In your best attitude position, you have the Ace of Pentacles, you beauty. So we talked about starting a new job, a new work, a new project. This Ace of Pentacles is handed to you from the hand of God and says, here, take this pentacle. Sag, do some work, take it up that path, through that archway, and there are mountains beyond that archway. It will take a bit of work, whatever this is that you're embarking on, but it's got long-term benefits if you put it in. So basically, because it's in this position, which is the advice position, it's saying, yeah, take this pentacle and go with it. But it is a long-term energy, so you might have the initial fire to get something started and burning, but after a while, you're going to have to feed this with something else. There's only so much passion can do in the short term, and it's great for getting things started. I'm feeling you might need to bring some external expertise or even go into a partnership somehow, and I'm thinking you're probably seeing this too, that, okay, look, I'm going to need a bit of help here in a certain angle, or to keep something moving, to take it to the next step somehow. Either way, a really nice energy, and it's especially in the advice position, the Ace of Pentacles is saying take it. Okay, and in your outcome position, again, more apprenticeship card. This is the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is the apprenticeship card, and this is about learning a skill, getting something just right, putting in the work, again, long term. The Eight of Pentacles person here knows that they're working on those pentacles one after another, really focusing on what they're doing. But they know that the next card in the lineup is the Nine of Pentacles, which talks about independence. So this apprenticeship that you're doing, this training that you're doing, this work that you're doing to get something ready, or to get it rolling and self-sustaining almost, you know that it's going to pay off in the end, and the apprentice knows that in the long term what they're doing is going to pay big dividends, even though it might take some investment to start with, or they might be starting on a low income, but they know that when they're finally qualified, it'll really pay off. So that's what I got for you, Sag. Please let me know in the comments if that's resonated for you, and hopefully talk to you in a few weeks.